Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all? So today I wanted to discuss something that is a bit sensitive for me. It makes me quite vulnerable, but I'm going to do it anyway because it might help someone else. So I was addicted to spending. I was addicted to spending money. I was addicted to the dopamine high that it gives you. And I wanted to share my story today and offer some guidance on how to get out of it. So hopefully this helps somebody else. So I had money and I wasn't happy. At one stage I was working a lot of hours and I had a lot of money and I wasn't spending any of it because I had previously got myself into a lot of debt and I was still trying to get myself out of that. So I wasn't spending any money and I had a lot of money accumulated, but I became so unhappy in my job, as I've spoke about in previous videos, that I was constantly chasing an escape route out of it. And I was trying to do anything that I could to make myself feel better on the weekends so I wouldn't feel so scared and anxious about going to work the following week. That started off with me eating too much. I was drinking too much on the weekends, anything to try and escape out of it. And then I ended up buying a couple of things to make myself feel better. And this very quickly, within a few weeks, snowballed to me racking up more than £10,000 worth of debt. All on things just to make myself feel better. Nothing that I actually needed. Because I bought something that made me happy, that gave me this massive dopamine high of just, oh my God, this makes me feel wonderful. The shopping for it, the waiting for it to arrive. Then when it arrives, the unpacking, then I would get it and feel excitement for a day or two. And then I'd be looking for the next thing. And I was constantly chasing that dopamine high. And it just became out of control. This got so bad that even though I was working, it got to the point where the money that I was earning every month was only just covering my debts and food. I had no money. I was working hard at a job that was making me unhappy. And because of the debt that I'd accumulated, I could not spend any on myself on the weekends to do anything at all. I was just paying back debt and interest. And that's when I knew that something had to change, because I was trapped in a cycle of working to pay off my debt. Working at a job that wasn't fulfilling me just so I could pay off a debt that I had accumulated. That was never ending. And it just got worse and worse. The more I spent, the more miserable I became and the more I wanted to spend. And that's when I knew I had to break the cycle. I knew I was addicted at that point. And when I realised that, I was spending to fill a hole that was created by a job that was making me unhappy. I was using spending and that high that I was getting to fill a hole. The hole was helping me escape, so I was filling it so that I could mentally escape from, run away from the thing that was making me so unhappy, which was my day job. As soon as I took away the thing that was making me unhappy, the addiction to spending went. It was reaching rock bottom that ultimately led to a different path. So what now? Now I don't think about spending all the time. I have things that I need to buy, that I'd like to buy, but I don't window shop anymore online at things that I can't afford. And instead I think about writing and art and painting and and all the things that I want to do with my day, how I want to be creative, these videos, how I want to improve these videos and get more of a presence on YouTube. These are the kind of things I think about now. So how can this help other people? What's most important, an important point I want to get across, is do not feel guilty or ashamed at your spending. If you are overspending, if you are getting in debt. We live in a capitalist society, and this society was literally created to keep us in debt and to keep us spending. It is the norm now to get things on credit, to use pain-free like Klarna and PayPal. It is to step away from debt that is a little bit more unconventional. So don't feel guilty or ashamed if you've got yourself into a bit of trouble with debt, because you can get out of it. It would be very easy for me to say, just stop spending. But that's not going to help you until you figure out what it is that you are using the addiction for. You're trying to fill a hole with dopamine. And that's the same with doom scrolling, which can also be an addiction. You're trying to fill a hole with dopamine and that dopamine rush, and you're just and that is not sustainable. Because the more you fill the hole with something that isn't real, that isn't long lasting, you'll just want to keep going after that high, more and more bigger highs. You need to fill the hole with something that is sustainable. Figure out what is missing and fill it with that. I know what it's like. You think that you can just buy one more thing. If you just buy this one purchase that you really, really need in your life, you won't need to spend any more money. That will be it. You just need to buy this one more thing. But addiction doesn't work that way. It just, once you've got it, you then just create a reason to buy something else, something bigger, something better, something more expensive. The more dopamine you throw in that hole, the bigger the hole gets. Until the hole gets so big, no amount of dopamine will fill it. That's addiction. So if you feel like you are addicted to spending, take stock of your finances, go into your bank app and have a look at what you've been spending over the last month. Quite a lot of apps now will break down all of your spending for you, whether it's groceries or treats or entertainment, and you'll be able to see a proper breakdown of what you've been spending. That's useful for anyone to do. If you are in debt, the best thing to do is face it, because it won't go away otherwise. There are a lot of things you can do. I'm currently in a lot of debt. Altogether, with old debt and new debt, I've accumulated about £25,000 in debt. I don't know what that is in dollars, maybe $50,000, 40,000, something like that. But I'm in a lot of debt that I've accumulated myself. I am dealing with it now. Currently, I'm not paying anything because I don't have any money coming in. But I will be going on a DMP, which is a debt management plan that I'm going to create myself. Once I've figured out my budget, I can go into more detail if anyone would like me to talk more about debt. I have quite a lot of experience over the years, as I've been through similar things before. So I'm happy to talk about it in any other videos if anyone would find it useful at all. So there are ways out of debt. Spending more is not going to help. Contact the National Debt Charity. I'm going to leave some links in the description box for anyone that would like to contact anyone for some help. There are lots of charities and services that help. So to sum up, the things that you can help yourself if you feel like you're addicted to spending. Face it. Don't hide away from it. Take stock of all your finances and how much you've been spending. and see what you have to face up to. If you're in debt, face that too. Contact one of the debt charities that I've linked below. A Money Saving Expert website is absolutely brilliant. Their forum is really, really great for anyone that's in debt or trying to save money or trying to make extra money. So please give them a look. I'll leave the link in the description box as well for those. Take stock of everything. Life moves so quickly, it's very easy to accumulate debt and spending habits that do not serve you without even realising it. So take stock of how much you've been spending, how much debt that you're in. That's the first step. Secondly, do some inner work, some journaling, some being by yourself, just to think about what it is that you are missing, that you are filling with spending. What is it? Why are you spending so much? Why are you chasing the dopamine high? What is it that you're really missing out on? And thirdly, don't fall into the shame spiral. Don't feel guilty over this. Just face it. You will be able to get out of it and you'll be much stronger on the other side. Remember that society was created to keep us in debt and to keep us spending, so it is not your fault if you've fallen into that trap. So don't blame yourself. As I said, I'm happy to create more videos in the future about all of the topics that I've discussed today. Just let me know in the comments if any of that would interest you. And if you want to talk about anything at all, just talk in the comments. We can build a supportive community and help each other. You don't have to do this alone. Okay, peace out for now.